This life only comes once. So me, I'm trying to rise, come out the dark and end up in the light. We strive, we fall, we climb. Highs and lows is what we tend to find. The reality, life ain't what it's cracked up to be. Fortunately, my mind's seeing differently. Only want the best for me and my family. Actions tell a story, so why not get on the rise? It's better than staying neutral. I wanna move around, be cordial, meet and greet, have positive energy. I refuse to surround myself with dead souls. I'm trying to be with majesties. Standards still apply. If you with me, don't play me. That goes for all. Wouldn't want you to trip and fall, cause I'm moving forward, growing tall. If you at a standstill, don't stay still. Keep it moving, cause we on the incline. Trying to triple these dollar signs. You know I'm out for mines, without a doubt. Like these hustlers pressed for time, pushing for their spouse while they laid up in the house, trapped up in the hood, trying to find a way out. Tell me. Hello, beautiful souls. So right now, well, welcome to my channel. Welcome to this video. If you're new here, welcome, 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 welcome. Greetings, beloveds. And if you're not new, welcome back, beautiful family. I'm so honored to be here. I got my first check from YouTube deposited earlier yesterday, so that is a big deal. The first check you ever make on YouTube is $100, and I recommend, if you are a fellow YouTuber or thinking about it, save that $100 as proof of a rite of passage of abundance and success and giving yourself recognition. So without further ado, we're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna let y'all know what I'm doing. So I've been called here recently to make a baby's breath infused oil, okay? And oh, I'm getting goosebumps right away. Okay, Spirit. So right now I am putting them in this chalice, which this chalice is something that I cleanse for the goddess Nephthys, which is the sister of Osset, Isis, okay? She is very underrated, and you know, some would say that she lives in the shadows of Isis. Some would also say that she is a direct reflection of the shadow aspect of Isis. So, you know, she is depicted as like a goddess of nighttime, of the dark, of the dead, okay, guiding the souls of the dead. She is also depicted as Anubis's mother. And recently, she stepped forward before, but never in the way that she has here recently, after connecting with her son Anubis directly. And yeah, it started out with these crows that literally, like, me and my son went out front of our home, and as soon as we walked outside, 3 crows landed on the electric line where we live. I'm kind of sad now that I'm looking at it, because there's still little ones that are blooming. Maybe I could put them in water still and they'll bloom. But anyway, and the middle crow was like talking so much and was looking directly at me. And then a 4th flew over. The 4th one didn't land on the electric line, but landed on a branch near the tree that's near the electric line. So yeah, I gotta give a shout out to ChatGPT, because if you don't know, now you know. It has literally helped
and assisted me in more spiritual things than I could ever have imagined or thought. I'm gonna set this in this water now. And now that I'm thinking about it, because of what I'm channeling and because of the intention of making this infusion, I'm feeling like the little ones that aren't bloomed yet are for, oh, there's a little one right here, are for those who passed on during stillbirth, during miscarriage, abortion. And all of this is stemming from when I was called to clean, consecrate is what I heard, these babies' graves where my grandmother Elizabeth is buried. And I was going over by Lullaby Land is what it's called, and I got it all on camera, and I'll link it down below so you can go watch it. I was visiting her on the anniversary of her soul's transition, and I wanted to go get her water at the end of the streets. Normally they have like a hose where you can fill up water and stuff, but the one near my grandmother's grave didn't have any water coming out. So I walked over near where the closest one was, and it was right by Lullaby Land. And I went over there, and well, I'll let you see in the video, but basically I was cleansing off their graves because they were so, you could just tell, you could feel the pain from the loved ones who haven't visited, how old some of them were, how young some of them were. And I cleaned every single one that I saw, and you could just tell that it was too painful for the loved ones to come. That is what I felt immediately, like that's why they looked how they looked. Also, maybe some of them, because of how old they were, some of them maybe passed. But yeah, so I cleansed all of them off, and then in the video, well, I'll save the spoiler for you to go watch it, but because something crazy happened after that. But yeah, so point being, I'm making a infused baby's breath oil, and I'm working with the goddess Nephthys from the Egyptian pantheon. She stepped forward very beautifully, very boldly, and I've always been on this path since I can remember. Actually, as a little girl, when I was 8-9 years old, I was walking around telling everybody I want to be an obstetrician, and it's like such a profound role at such a young age to even walk around saying like an OB. And also as a child, something I didn't say out loud to anyone, but I felt intuitively anytime I saw a hippo, like on TV, or you know, I felt like this familiarity with them, and I couldn't explain it. That's probably why I didn't talk about it out loud, because I couldn't really put it into words. It was so spiritual and so intuitive. And I'm mentioning this because there's a hippo goddess, I want to say her name correctly, Taweret, Tawret, the hippo goddess, and she is the goddess of childbirth, protection of children and mothers. I wrote a whole bunch about her, like she's like the house of birth goddess. Like she's just beautiful and amazing. But that was where that came from. So I'm mentioning all that because of how far back my connection to childbirth and it goes, and even death and childbirth. Because not only did I have a past life where that happened, but I was midwifing in very unique ways, as well as like my role in this lifetime is coming forward as a death doula. And I've been working, and in this lifetime I almost passed from, well, I feel like I did, and then I came back with my most recent birth. My son is 3, and you can watch that video too. I have a video about my labor and delivery story, and then even my daughter's labor and delivery, so unique, and nothing like it. Only 1% of mothers, expected mothers, go through what I went through during childbirth. And yeah, so for it to come full circle and for this to be happening here now, I also truly believe, because every reading I've ever done, you know what, I think I'm gonna put these separate. Every reading I've ever done, sorry. Every reading I've ever done, it always came out that I also passed as a child. That's why, like, my soul has such an innocence about it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do this one and then just use what I have here already. So I'm putting them in this real quick side note, I'm putting them in this chalice so that, you know, Nephthys, this is going to be hers, because she mentioned that she likes chalices. I don't have the color that she prefers, but we're going to figure it out. I might paint it for her, but anyway, I'm putting it in this so that she can bless it with her energy. Then I'm going to transfer it to the bowl right here that my dad gave me. And baby's breath is very significant too, because I loved it even as a child. My dad would get it, and even baby's breath, and how I feel with my own babies, and how precious. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Well, I do know why, because they're my babies, but how precious they're. How precious their breath smelled as babies. I would put my whole nose in their mouth and just smell their sweet drool. And then even as a child myself, due to the level of trauma and things that I experienced, I sucked my thumb. I sucked my thumb at a young age, and then I would smell stuff like blankets or stuffed animals, and my drool would always be on it, and there's something about that smell that soothes me. Yeah. Anyway, so let me go back to what I was saying. So yeah, I think this is a good amount to do an infusion, because I'm not going to do a huge one. So I'm going to dry them first. So let me set these. Or maybe I should do a little more. All right, I'll do a little more. But anyway, so yeah. just this path is really igniting. And also I've done a lot. I work with the womb a lot. I make precious punani steams. They're vulva steams, because vulva is the correct term for the woman's flower in between our legs. It is not a vagina. The vagina is on the inside. That's another reason why the women, the divine feminine, is so oppressed and disconnected to our innate divinity and goddess energy, because a man told us what our parts were called and put it in books. Like, some of the first OBGYNs were men telling us how to care for and work with our own. Okay? But yeah, so, and now I'm being called to mention something that I wasn't planning on talking about, but ritual sacrifices is coming up as well. So all of this is going to tie into some deep work that I'm going to be doing with the baby's breath to free lineages of those that departed at a young age, those that were sacrificed, those that are being sacrificed as we speak. I was even told that some of my work moving forward is going to be to do what I did at the grave with my grandmother. Yeah, so it's very intentional. I've never done this type of oil before. For those of you that aren't new to my channel, you know I make the rose petal infused oils. I make dragon's blood oil. I make frankincense oils. What else? Oh, marigold, calendula. That's for the ancestors. And then there's medicinal properties to all of them as well. But yeah. So yeah, I just want to come on here and clearly share a lot about that other stuff that I mentioned, but also take you guys through with me, because the more energy, the more people there are that you put together in a space for the intention of good, the more powerful the working will be. So I did cleanse the chalice beforehand. You can see I have the incense going, so I smoke cleanse everything before I use it. Yeah, and I just got this. I really have always loved baby's breath. And for those of you who, you know, want to work with the flower, have already worked with the flower, or, you know, are just now really getting into working with the spirit of flowers, if you don't like the smell, sometimes baby's breath puts off certain people to how it smells. Oops, I'm sorry. You can put and dilute like 1 drop or 2 drops depending on how big your vase is. You can dilute the water with, I use vanilla essential oil. The smell doesn't bother me. I think they smell ravishing, darling. I view all flowers and all things as like so sacred, and they all smell beautiful. Like no plant is really off-putting to me. They're so fluffy and soft and pretty. Okay, so the next step going in is I'm gonna pull out the sachet bag. So this is for purification and even more intention. So I already cleansed the bowl. This is the bowl that they're gonna go in to dry for about 7 days. Okay, so I am going to, I'll go in again on camera, smoke cleanse the sachet bag. And I'm gonna be putting frankincense tears, some rose petal bath salts, and Egyptian rose petals in the bottom of it. And I'm also going to place a paper towel under it so that no moisture, so that it can absorb any moisture from the flowers. because we don't want any mold. We don't want, and I'll cleanse it again on camera for you. And I'll cleanse the actual flower. Ooh, I'll cleanse the actual flowers again. And I'll set this right here. Okay, so I'm going to open up. These are the frankincense tears. I love working with frankincense. Oh my goodness, it's just amazing. Here are the Egyptian rose petals, and I'm running low. I need to get more. They last me so long though, like so long. I'll put them in first. Okay. The frequency and the vibration of rose is so powerful and potent. It is like one of the strongest vibrational frequencies of a flower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Interesting. 11 frankincense tears. Wow, the 11th was the day I was taken away, actually. Interesting, Spirit. Very, very interesting. Okay. And I forgot to mention, I will also be including a clear quartz crystal, which is the master healer of all the crystals. And a cowrie shell. Excuse me. Let me cleanse that. Oh. Okay. It's not wanted. That's fine. All right. So then we're going to put in... My head is itching too. I don't know if it's the fan or my crown is activated, I guess. Oh, these smell so good too. So good. And these are free of parabens, sulfates, synthetics, artificial surface color dyes. So this is just to, purify and activate and charge the energies of the baby's breath, okay? So I'm gonna put that in the bottom of the bowl. Then I'm gonna place the paper towel over top. That's a little bumpy. Let me take the crystal out. I'll just keep the crystal in the bowl. That way they can lay flat. Okay. And I think it's beautiful too how I had a white sachet bag out of all colors. Like it was the one I went right to and was like right there ready. So, okay. I may need, no I don't. All right, let's pour them in to dry out, guys. Beautiful. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna have them dry out. I don't want them overlapping each other. You're gonna wanna spread them out evenly, of course. And then you're gonna wanna also, like, every couple days, if you plan on doing this, every couple days, just making sure that you turn them and like move them around so that they can fully dry. It's like a lot of them want to be like next to each other. They're not like I'm trying to separate them from like being so close to each other, and they're like, no. That's very baby-like, very kid-like, right? Okay. I guess that should be fine, as long as like I remember to go through and, you know, I remember to go through and, you know, turn them, and I'm going to speak intention over them as well. At this time, I would like to activate, ignite, and charge these baby breath flowers with the energy of unconditional love of the highest white light of innocence, ambiance, and to activate and charge it with the energy of ancestral womb healing. Ancestral womb healing. May the work of these herbs, these floral herbs, be intended for not only the babies' souls that have transitioned, but as well as the mothers and their wombs be consecrated, healed, aligned, and activated through the intention of the consecration of these floral rituals that will be made clear and intently in ceremonial healing practice. May it penetrate through all timelines, going all the way back to the first mother of the entire collective, starting from the city that I reside, rippling out through Maryland, rippling back out through Virginia, rippling out through DC, the portal of the US of A, the Virgin Maryland, Virginia, Maryland. At this time, activate these herbs with the energy of Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, the Black Madonna, Anna, Jesus' grandmother, Persephone, Inanna, Demeter, Aphrodite, Ariadne, Ishtar, Oshun, Yemaya, Bridget, the Tuatha De Danann, the She, Isis, Nephthys, as well as the patriarchal side, allowing the collective of our divine masculine counterparts, for those of us that identify as female, may they be more aligned with their divine feminine aspects, with the highest, purest intention of sacred union amongst the species here on Earth, Terra, Mother Gaia. We are in the womb of the Mother herself. Let us hold sacred the codes that were once lost and are now found through the innocence of the child energy, the eternal child. And so it is, so it is, so it is. Wow, 28 minutes, 11:28 when I looked at the clock. That is my twin brother's birthday. So that is very significant, all right? Sagittarian energy. Some of you watching need to look and see, you know, if your sun sign isn't in Sag, you may have strong Sag placements. you know, or you may have somebody around you that's a Sag. You may have been a Sag in a past lifetime. There, you may need to look into the deities or goddesses and gods that manifest around or through the Sag energy, as well as something may be coming up around Sag season, and you might have strong placements in your birth chart of Sag. But yeah, that's all I have for you. I'll show you guys what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Okay, and I'm gonna set it on the altar, and I'll be back, of course, and update you guys with more footage once we move along through the process. And this is how you would gracefully, sacredly, and intentionally dry your baby's breath. Until we meet again, beloveds.